This story is about how I lost my voice and how I'm on an epic quest to find my voice. You see, I grew up with a mentally ill, abusive older brother. He suffered from personality disorder to OCD and even a little schizophrenia. And the voices in his mind would tell him to give me hell. And that's exactly what he did. He grabbed the biggest knife from our kitchen and chased me around the house on a weekly basis. And I would run away. I would hide in the bathroom in our house because that was the only place that had a lock on the door. And then he'd pound away for hours, saying things like, "Drew, I'm gonna fucking kill you. Drew, you are nothing." Even on the wall that separated our rooms when he slept, he would say in his dreams out loud, "Drew, I'm gonna fucking kill you." So I knew it was gonna happen. I just didn't know when it was gonna happen. And yeah, my parents were great and they were around, but they couldn't always stop him. If I physically tried to fight him back, he'd win. He's a bigger, stronger guy. And if I verbally tried to fight back, it'd make things last longer. He'd try and seek revenge at another time. So I threw my voice. And I began to feel like I was just my eyes in my body, going through the passage of time, disassociating from reality. And as you can imagine from this trauma growing up, social situations would trigger me. I would get panic attacks starting in the 3rd grade, and I'd tell my teacher, "I'm feeling anxious." And she'd say, "So what? Everyone's anxious." And then I'd have to say, "No, I'm feeling really dizzy." And then hopefully she'd send me to the nurse, and hopefully the nurse would send me home, because the only thing that worked was sleeping my emotions away. Eventually, when I reached high school, I found a powerful tool yet a distraction: the computer role-playing game World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft is basically like Dungeons and Dragons. You can battle the environment, go on raids, get more gear, level up, gain more powerful spells, battle against your friends around the world. And it also has a race and class system. So you could be like an orc, you could be a human, you could be an elf, and that means you have like a different appearance, a different starting area, some backstory that's different, or some different spells. And then you could be different classes, like an orc warrior, for example. And a warrior is like a defender, or you could take the most damage, or you could be a healer to heal your friends, or a mage to cast powerful spells. Well, I decided to be a Tauren druid. The Tauren's basically like a bull who could stand upright like a human. It's big, it's strong, it has horns, it can talk even. And a druid, which was my class, is a powerful nature caster. It could summon a beam from the moon to strike down its enemies. It could also shapeshift. So druids for shapeshifters. So it could become a bear to protect its friends, like kind of like a warrior. It could become a bird to fly away, become a cheetah to stealth or run. And I really fantasized about living through my avatar that I called Bullfang. Because Bullfang was a clan master. He had friends, he could do anything, he could go on epic quests, he had the best gear. While me, at least I felt at the time in real life, was shy, awkward, weak, pathetic, chubby, just weird. So I really fantasized about living through Bullfang. And it was just an amazing time. And there's also an in-game texting where you could text other players. And I realized that I'm not alone in the world of family dysfunction. Other people in the game also were suffering by someone that abused them or was mean to them. And I realized I can make friends. In real life, I didn't have many friends, and it was just great to have in-game friends. And then there was a voice chat feature in the game. We could actually use a real voice and talk with people on a microphone. And that was too intense for me. I didn't want people to hear or like see the real me. I didn't want them to hear the quivering voice. Eventually, a couple years in high school, some people found out I played like 200 plus days of my actual life on this game, and they called me a loser. And to be called a loser when this game was everything, you know? I was a winner in this game, and it just hurt. It's like, oh, you're a loser and the only thing you're good at. And then my parents, they would keep guilting me saying, "Drew, get a life, go outside, stop playing this game until 5 p.m. But they didn't understand that the confidence boost it gave me, the dopamine burst, was just non-negotiable. I then started thinking like college was starting to come around the corner, and I don't know, am I gonna continue this forever, like a crutch on life? Like, what if the company that owns the game, Blizzard Entertainment, went out of business? What if I died? What would it say on my gravestone? World of Warcraft player? I mean, that's pathetic. So, as I was one of the top 100 players in the game or on my server, flying around as an epic bird, glowing gear, and well-liked by everyone, I had the option to get the expansion pack and continue the cycle indefinitely, or really focus on myself. And I did the unthinkable. I deleted my account, deleted the game, and became super counterphobic when I got to college. Knowing that my avatar Bullfang could talk to anyone in the game, I said, why can't I talk to anyone in real life? And that's what I did. I'd count to 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then talk to a stranger, or raise my hand to a question after those 5 seconds. I'd go on tons of those awkward Tinder dates where I start with a wet fish handshake. Hi, my name's Drew. And then ask for constructive criticism afterwards to keep on growing. I took improv classes, Toastmasters public speaking, and I'm here today telling you my story. Also, Bullfang was a clan master, so I got more involved with my family business. I became a university club president, took on various volunteer team leading positions around New York City and even abroad. Knowing that Bullfang maxed out his intellect scale, I always want to keep on learning, and I got my master's degree in nonprofit management and a few more other certificates. Knowing that Bullfang traveled the world of Warcraft anyway, I said, why don't I travel the real world? So I backpacked on my own, as scary as it seemed at first, and been to over 60 countries, meeting people from all over. And knowing that Bullfang was always up for an epic quest, I said, why don't I go on one too? So in a month, I'm leaving for the Peace Corps to serve in Botswana, helping out with HIV/AIDS, doing nonprofit work. Look, I know I still have a lot more to go, and I know that I'm imperfect, but I'm really enjoying this quest to find my voice. And I fully enjoy this transformation from living through an in-game avatar to being a real life avatar. So thank you for listening.